Welcome to part 7 of building a Yippee mobile game. Welcome back. Yes, we did some cool things last stream. We did a lot of like terrain generation and what else did we do? I think that was mainly it. Like, I guess physics collision with the terrain. We made little cool structures too. It was pretty good. In this stream, I will be doing some more terrain generation stuff, making some more cool structures. I kind of want to redo the ground too, and I also prepared a couple of new assets off stream for this. So, check it out. Let's get into it, shall we? Without further ado. And here's where we left off. So, we had these kind of like pyramid structures we're making. Oh yeah, we also did, I think, the camera last stream. Yeah, we made the camera follow the player. So I got these two kind of structures we're generating. We got like little pyramids and bridges. It's very cool. I think we also did some work with the arrows. Like now, they kind of work like regular arrows. They don't collide to like go through the terrain. And they delete if they're like too far away or like hit something. Yeah, so it's kind of like a regular arrow now. What else did we do? I think that was kind of most of it. Yeah, we've got like this camera following us. Oh yeah, we did like infinite generation of the ground and the background. So now it like wraps around like forever. So that's cool. Yeah, so we did all that. And as for the new assets I prepared off stream, check them out. So we've got, here's a new background actually. So the one that we currently have, you see how it just kind of takes up like part of the whole screen width, and then it like immediately wraps around. So it kind of breaks the illusion of this being an infinite game when the background is so narrow, so not so wide. So I made the background even longer, so it's like much more long compared to the old background. You see, it's smaller because it's much longer. Yeah. And then I've also got a bridge. I made a bridge texture and a slingshot and a stick. Yeah. So you'll be able to like attack with the stick or like fling some rocks like a slingshot. That'll be coming up in the future. And I was thinking on doing the bridge as like part of the terrain generation, like maybe have like kind of like these pillars and like a bridge connecting between them. Something like that I think would be cool. But yeah, that's what we're gonna be working on this stream. Yeah, so that should be pretty cool. Yeah, so let's get on to it. Yeah, and I think maybe if we get that done early, we'll work on some Yippee spawning. So that'll be cool. Do some enemy Yippee spawning. Yeah, but let's get into the terrain generation. Let's improve upon it. So this will be kind of like a lot of code stuff. Like yeah, that'll be kind of getting in the weeds of the code. Actually, so one thing I wanted to do first was get rid of the ground. Like, you see how the ground is kind of like larger than these little squares here? I kind of wanted to get rid of the ground and make it like made up of these little squares, so it looks more seamless. So let's do that, actually. Like, instead of having one big like ground texture that we have, which is this thing, I wanted to replace it with these little squares and kind of make the ground that way. So it's not so kind of like the main thing I don't like is having like the dirt, these like dirt blocks on top of the grass, like down here. I don't think it looks very pretty that way. So we'll improve upon it, and yeah, that'll be good. So let's do that first. Let's get rid of this ground texture and make it kind of built, maybe like 2 of the squares on top of each other, something like that. And let's see how that looks. So yeah, let's do that. So where is our ground anyway? We have a function I remember was create ground. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Here's our create ground. So instead of oh, that's actually create ground square. Let's see. Here's create ground. Yeah, here it is. So instead of using like this ground texture, I wanted to make a bunch of little squares and make it fill up the bottom. So instead of having all this, we will instead have some mini little squares. So here's kind of what I was thinking. So depending on the width of each square, like how long and wide it is, we need to fill up the screen. So I think currently, let's see, where are we creating this square? We're doing that, I think down here somewhere. Create ground square, here we are. And the width of it is, oh, frame.width divided by 16. You see that? It's like 1/16 of the width. So our ground should ideally be 16 of these squares, right? That makes sense to me. So let's do that. Yeah. Let's make our ground 16 squares wide. So here, yeah, let's do a for loop. And we kind of want to do this twice, don't we? We want the first for loop to create the dirt, and maybe the second one to create the grass. Yeah, let's do that. Also, this funk song is quite the jammer. So let's say for ground row in 0 to 2. Maybe 1 to 2, I don't know. Like first row, second row. We're programmers, let's just do 0 to 1. We count from 0. And let's make for, let's say ground square in 0 to 15. Or actually, maybe better, less than 2. That way we know it's like 2 rows. This is less than 16. Yeah, that'll be pretty good. So let's see, what do we want to do exactly? How about we say let ground texture equal, so we'll want to create like a square at like the bottom left corner first, and that'll be like a dirt square. I think row 0 can be the dirt and row 1 can be the grass. So let's just call it ground, maybe ground square texture. And also we want a conditional here, so like if ground row equals 0, do the grass or do the dirt, otherwise we'll say create grass for row 1. This will be create dirt for row 0. And so let's say let ground square texture equal, I think we had something similar to like this when we were making the bridge. Yeah, we did this. Okay. Yeah, let's just yoink this. In fact, let's just yoink this entire code here. I think that would be quite good. I think it'll be very similar to that. Yeah. Let's just do that. Instead of calling it pyramid square texture, let's just call it ground square texture, more general, because we're making the ground. So if square index is 1, actually we'll say if ground row is 0. Actually no, it'll be if it's 1. I'm not sure what I did this for. I don't think I need this. So if ground row is 1, make it the grass. That makes sense to me. Now, here's where the finesse comes in. We gotta know where to place it on the X and the Y, I guess, for that matter. The Y is kind of easy. Actually, it should both kind of be easy because it's like squares. Yeah, I think that'll actually be not too bad. Let's suss it out. So where did we place our ground, actually, our original ground? We put it... let's see, where did we put our ground? We put our ground... Remember we called this create ground function. Let's see, where did we put that? We put it at frame.width divided by 2. Oh, okay. I see. So our anchor point is actually in the middle. And I think we did that because of the hitbox. Did we do that for the other things? I don't think so. Yeah, create pyramid we put at like... Okay. Yeah, I don't want to change the anchor point because it'll change our hitbox. So we don't want to do that. So maybe... And actually it depends too where we put the ground based on the position. So let's make the position kind of like where we want to put the first square and base it off of that. Let's just assume that's 0, 0, and then I guess we can tweak it once we figure out where it actually puts it. But assuming we're at 0, 0, we will want this. This is fine. Yeah, this is okay. We want to change these values, so we'll put maybe ground row, ground square. Yeah. And then what else do we want to do? So for the X, assuming we're at 0, 0, our X will be, I suppose, position.x plus, what else do we want to do? How about pyramid square dot size dot width times, let's see, how do we want to do this calculation? Let me think. So it's like the first square is just position.x, so this has to value to 0 in the case of the first square, so it has to be times ground square. Actually it should be an index. Actually I want to call these indices so I don't get too confused. Yeah, maybe this one doesn't have to be index, because kind of row implies like row number, I think. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah. So here we go, ground square texture, pyramid square x equals position dot x, which we'll assume is like 0, 0, or like 0, and this is 0, position dot y. And then, okay, so we'll want to say... now we've got our errors showing up. Let's call this, yeah, ground square. Yeah, let's call this ground square. This can be ground square y and x. This will be ground square. We don't need to add any children. So... Oh, and right, we'll want to make this ground square x and y. Yeah. And I guess you can say, like, at the end, add child ground square. And we don't need this anymore. Cool. I'm gonna do a clean build. What's it? Oh. Yeah, never mind. I don't need to do a clean build. But here we go. So, what to do here? Let's say we... whatchamacallit? We... what do? Yeah, I think this is okay. Times ground square texture. That way, if we're at... or yeah, this ground square index. So, okay, we're at 0, 0. We do 0 plus our width, which is like frame divided by 16, times 0. So if this were 1, it would put it at like 1/16 of the frame's width, or the screen width, which is what we want. This should also be ground square. Yep. And the Y position can be ground square with size width times row index. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, looks like we have an error with the whatchamacallit. Oh, I need to put this around CG Flute as well. Cool. And then there should be ground row. Or maybe, yeah, I'll keep the same name that we had with the other one, row index. Yeah, I think this is good. Yeah, this is fine. And so is this. Cool. Now let's see where this puts it. If we put it at, instead of frame.width divided by 2, let's do this at 0, 0, which is like .0. In fact, we can just pass that in here. Oh, also it's at frame.height divided by 8. We'll just test this first. And we can do the same down here, because we're recreating the ground when they go past a certain part of the screen, which is in the update, I believe. Yeah, here we go. I want to do this. And it won't be at .0, it'll be at... Yeah, I suppose we can copy this then. Let's see where this ends up putting it. So, okay, moment of truth. Oh, wait, looks like we got an error. Yeah, let's just copy this. Oh, yeah, I guess we'll just find out then. I will do this. How about... and we call you 0. Yeah, let's just see what this does. Now I'm curious. Oh, okay. Well, the ground looks more groundy. But it's covering our buttons, because our Z position is off. Where are Z for the buttons? What is our button Z? Let's see. Our button Z is 2. And what Z do we want on our buttons? Let's see, so, or on our ground. Our ground is also Z2. So let's pass in a Z position here. Let's pass in a Z, and this will be int. And we'll just put this here. So now, whenever we call this, we will just make sure to pass in Z wherever. So like here, we'll call 2, and then I think we're calling this in some other places. Yeah, let's do the missing argument thing. So yes, indeed. Let's get our Z's back. Cool. Now let's see, where else are we calling this? Oh, down here. Yeah, let's do the same thing here. So Z position is 2. And now, let's see. So when we call it up here, oh, this should actually be 1. Yeah, I think so. Because when we create it up here, actually here, yeah, we set it to 1. So let's check what this does. Hopefully our buttons come back. Oh, I think I missed something. Oh, there should be a float, I guess. Yeah, let's see. Cool. Now let's see our buttons come back to us. Aha! Now it's not covered by the ground. Yeah, we just gotta fix some spawning then. Yeah, we're going in limbo. Yeah. Also, since I'm running this on my Mac, I can't click both buttons at the same time. So normally I would be able to jump this gap. I think our Yippie's gonna have a bit of a tough time. Oh no, we're good. Our Yippie's too wide to fall through. Oh yeah, look, it's a little slightly off here. Like it should be going all the way. But yeah, I think mostly we're fine. I think we need to move up a bit and to the right some more. Yeah, I think so. Actually, I'm kind of fine with this height. Nah, a little more up actually. Yeah, kind of to match where this structure goes. There's a little gap in between, and we need to move it right. So I think to accommodate for this, I think it's placing it like halfway. I think half of the first block is getting chopped off. I think that's what's happening here. So let's place it at like, instead of 0, 0, we'll place it at like, since the width of a block is 1/16, we will place it at 132. So let's say this, frame.width divided by 32, and here as well. Now let's see, does that fix our thingy? We shall see. I think it does. It's now taking up the whole screen. Kind of like exactly almost. I see a little bit of a gap over here though. But mostly it's okay. Yeah. I feel like our ground is a little big though. Maybe we do want to scooch it down a little bit. I think the X is a little fine, but... Or what if we put it at the 16th? What if we did that? Oh yeah, no, it does chop off a little bit. And now our Yippee falls into the abyss. Back to the depths of the void where he's from. Yeah, we don't want that. So, yeah, let's put this back at 16. What if we put it at like 20? I'm interested to like play around with this number. Yeah, no, it's... I think we gotta do 32 for X. For Y, I think we can move it down a little bit. Maybe back to 16. Let's see. Oh. We've got a floating ground. Well, yeah, it looks like that was too much. We gotta get closer to 0, so it's 64. Let's do 64. Now let's see. Oh, that's really good actually. I like this. Nice. Now, what to do? I guess the next thing we can do is adjust like these textures here. Oh no, wait, we need to fix where the ground spawns. Because right now it's spawning like way over here. We gotta fix this. Let's do that next. So, where is that? I think here? Yeah. So it's our X which is not doing well. So instead of frame.width divided by 2, I think that's too much. Yeah, I think we gotta think about how we want to do this. Because it's spawning at every, like, half frame. Where do I want to put this then? How about... I think I still want to spawn the ground when I reach half of the screen, but just in a different place. So... how about... what if we did frame dot... well, okay. So it'll spawn from the very left instead of the middle this time. So we want to increase this value, I think. But I feel like if we increase it, that's putting it too far to the right. Oh, because this is 2. What if we make this 1? What would that do? Let's see. And we go right. Okay. Oh, I see a problem actually. It's lagging. And I think I know why. It's because we keep creating like infinite amount of ground. I was kind of worried about this problem. I know a solution. We have to reuse the same nodes. But it's placing it slightly lower. But I know why that is too. It's because we're putting it at 0 instead of what we had up here. Which was... what was that? Yeah, frame.height or frame.width divided by 64. I need to move it up a bit. Yeah. So it'll spawn correctly. Oh, no, it's still going down a bit. Or it's overlapping, I think. Is that what's pushing it down? I wonder if that's what's pushing it down. Where am I looking? Here, I believe, up here. Yeah, we're spawning this at y frame.width divided by 64. Which, that seems fine to me. And it's overlapping too. I think that might be part of the problem. Yeah. I think we're spawning it. Oh, I know why it's overlapping actually. Yeah, I know why. It's because we're not doing like an offset here of like half of the ground width. So we need to do frame dot width divided by 32. So I'll call this like starting spawn of ground plus plus half of ground width as offset. I think so. Oh, wait, no. I don't think, okay. Yeah, I don't think I did this. Did I update the wrong thing? Maybe that's why. I did. I updated the background. Yeah, this should be 32. But I do still think we need this offset of half the ground width, which is 32. Yeah, let's see. What does this look like? Oh, now it's going up some more. Yeah, we don't want that. Alright, let's see what we can do. So, our Y is off by a little bit. Why is our Y off? Oh, this should be 64 actually. And is our X off? I don't know if it's overlapping on X. Oh, now I think it's fine. Yeah, I think this is fine. So the ground is good, it's just lagging because we keep adding like infinite amount of nodes. Yeah, I have an idea to fix this. Let's start the game by creating 64 squares for the ground. And we will reuse them by, yeah, once we get rid of all like 32 on one side, we'll use the same ones and just move their positions. Yeah. That way to the user, it doesn't look like the ground is like moving. But yeah, anyway, that's what we need to do. We need to start the game with all the ground preloaded. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit yicky, but such is the way for optimal performance. I had a feeling this might happen. So I was prepared for such an outcome because this happened to me in my Ohio app. I made an Ohio app with tentacles and the same thing happened. Yeah, I had to keep like a queue of tentacles so I didn't keep creating new ones because it like lags the game when you keep creating different textures. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Okay. So, how do I want to do this then? Yeah, it's gonna be a bit hard. I gotta think about like where the player is moving and update the textures based on that. Yeah. So let's think about it. So let's say we create 64 squares for the ground. Right now there's 32 on the screen. And when we go halfway across the screen, like here, it creates 32 more. And it puts them like here. Yeah. So... yeah. In this case, let's say we go all the way to the right, when it should create the third set of 32. Instead, we'll just move the first 32 over to where they should be. If we go all the way to the left, we'll remove that 32 and put it behind where we should be. Yeah. So, I think I want a node count on our screen. So let me add this debug options back and the physics. So let's do this. Dot shows node count, and we'll take away this ignore safe area so we can actually see the node count. Yeah, albeit it's a bit weird looking, but now we can see in the bottom right we have, it's a little small, but 71 nodes. So then we move to the right, it increases by 32, I think. 32 plus the bridge. Then we go to the right again, 37. Yeah. I think so. What's right? I think 137 plus 32. Oh, we're at 170 now. What's going on there? 137 to 170. That's, what is that? 43? Oh, that's kind of odd. Let's see. Then 203. Oh, it's making 43 squares. Oh, right, because it's the width of the screen divided by 7. Times 2 is 14, I think. Right? Wait, how many squares wide is the screen? I think, okay, so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a lot, actually. I thought it was 16. I think it is 16. And then we double that, so that should be like 32. And we went from 170 to 203, so which is 33 actually. Wait, that's not too far off actually. That's just one extra node, which, I don't know, we can probably account for that somewhere. 203 to 236. Oh. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, that's adding 37 nodes. I think one off isn't too bad. Yeah. Yeah. That's not too bad. Well, we don't want like infinite amount of nodes. We want that number to be pretty constant. That's the thing we're trying to fix. So let's see if we can get some way to reuse the squares. So I would like to keep an array of all the ground nodes. So we'll say var ground squares, and we'll call this an sk sprite node equals sk sprite node, and we'll just call this ground, create ground once at the very beginning, and we will append our ground square to this, and we'll actually wait, I want to create like I want to create like 2 screen widths worth of ground squares. So we'll want to create 32 and then another 32, so 64. So yeah, let's make this 32 then. Yeah, that way it creates like 64 at a time. Yeah. I think that'll be fine. Yeah, do we? I wonder. Actually no. I will only create 32, and we'll reuse those 32. Yeah, because I don't want to... That'll be harder for this update function calculation, where we're like doing half the screen every time. Yeah, but if we do that, then every time we go beyond a certain frame width, we wanna... Okay. Yeah, I see what we need to do. Yeah, we'll want another update function then. Or not another update, but another condition in our update function. It's like if player.position.x. How do we want to calculate this? So, okay, maybe I should draw out what I'm doing because it's a bit hard to explain. Maybe it'll be better for me to think about. But yeah, let me pull that up. Yeah, this is a very technical part of the thing. Let's see. So yeah, here's what I want to do. I want to do this. So let's say we have our ground here, right? And it's split up where each square is like 1/7 the width of the screen. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's 2 rows. So it looks like this. And we have our little Yippee here. Oh, nice and dandly. I'm quite the artiste, as you can tell. Here's Yippee. And so let's say Yippee spawns. He starts in the middle of the screen, right? I think so. Or like somewhere over here, I think. So let's say he goes here. Like he keeps going right. Then this part of the screen like goes away. And here's what I want to do. I want to move these squares all the way over here. So now we've got our squares back, like they're over here. So basically, as soon as these squares disappear, we want to move them where they should be, like should appear. That way, we kind of give the illusion that the ground is infinite, but we're kind of reusing the same squares. Same thing if it goes the other way. If these squares disappear, then we want to move the squares back here. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's see how to implement this actually. I'm trying to think of the way to do this in the code. So yeah, based on the Yippee's position, yeah, I guess if it's like, how do we know when this disappears and when this disappears? Like what position is Yippee at? I think he's at like half the screen width, right? That's when they disappear. Like every single time actually. So once it reaches half of the screen width, then we want to move the blocks on the very right to the left. And vice versa, depending on which direction he's facing actually. So if he's facing right, we want to move the left blocks to the right. If he's facing left, we do the opposite. Yeah, I think so. I think that'll work. And actually, when we move these blocks over here, then this becomes the next thing that we have to move if it keeps going to the right. So our data structure should be like a queue, right? It's gotta like enqueue the blocks and dequeue. So like append to the end of the queue, remove from the front, or append to the start of the queue, remove from the back. So it's kind of like a double-sided queue. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. But the way that we're appending to the queue right now is like row by row. Maybe we don't want to do that then. Maybe we want to append by column to the queue. Yeah. So that way we can just like pop the last two and append them to the front and not have to worry about like traversing twice. Yeah, this is a very algorithmic problem, surprisingly, in our simple Yippee game. Yeah, well, this will be helpful for performance and memory. Yeah. So let's fix how we're appending the blocks to the array, which is here. So yeah, actually then we want to create them. We want to create the first one at the bottom and the second one on the top. So I think then we want to invert these things. Yeah, that's all we need to do actually, I think. Just invert the for loop. That way it'll spawn like the one on the bottom and then the one on the top. Yeah, I think so. Let's see what effect that has. We're still generating ground properly. Yeah, we are. So the ground didn't break. That's good. Yeah. And so that's fine. Now we're appending properly. Now we need to think about how to reposition things. So how do we want to do that? I think so we want to move the blocks only when we reach half the screen width, which is like here. So we actually don't need another if statement. We just need to update our logic, which involves updating our queue of ground squares. So actually we'll call this ground squares queue, so it's more explicit. Yeah, where is that? Here. So what do we want to do? Let's say if, well, I guess we don't need an if statement, we just need to do the actual thing, right? Because we already have the if statement. This is only checking if the player is greater than this though. If it's less than that, then what do we want to do? Let me think. So maybe this should have been an off-stream problem. This is not the content. This algorithm math stuff. Yeah. It's the same logic though that UIKit uses for table views though. This is not new, like algorithm stuff. Like if you have a table in your app and you use UI table view, then when you scroll past the table, it like deletes the cells on the bottom and puts them on the top. It's called like DQ reusable cell. Yeah, it's like this, or I guess DQ reusable. Yeah, it's this. It's like we're trying to replicate this logic for ground squares. This is definitely Much more mathy than I intended the stream to be. So, yeah, we're only checking if the player goes beyond half the screen. But we also need to do a check if they go less than it. And then we pull from the right side and move it to the left. I guess right now we can just focus on going right, and then we'll think about going left later. I think that'll be easier to think about first. So let's do the right logic. So if I keep moving right, I should be pulling from the left side of the ground and moving it to the right side. Yeah. So we want to say this. Let grass, or let top row ground square equal ground squares q dot pop last. And same for this. This will be the bottom. And then, actually no, we want to pop from front, right? Pop. Can we, how do we remove from the front? Dot pop remove first. Okay. Remove first. And the first one is actually the bottom. And this is the top. So, okay. Okay, so now we've got our two squares from the left side, and we want to move them to the right side. So we need to place them exactly where we want to. Yeah, okay. Let me think. So, actually this won't work because this is only called once every half screen. We want to call it once every, like, 16th of the screen. Yeah. Okay. This is wow. Okay. Very algorithmic. Let me think. Yeah, so we want another if statement then. So if player dot position dot x is greater than I need to think about this. If it's greater, then I suppose, what would that be, like half the width of the screen plus times some multiplier for the 16th of the screen. So I think we just gotta figure out how to do this counter so that it's maybe frame dot width divided by 2 or divided by 16, and then plus an offset for the ground width of the screen. Okay. Let me think. So, yeah, if we go beyond each 16th of the screen, but only on the right half. Yeah, okay, so going left would be the left half, right? Yeah. So let me just copy this for the left, and I'll just make this less, and we'll comment this out. So we need to establish thresholds when we want to do the movement of the ground from the left to the right. And our thresholds will be half the screen width plus some offset, which will be like 0 times ground width. Let me think. Yeah, okay, so it'd be frame width divided by 2 times 0, or plus 0, plus frame width divided by 16, plus that times 2. Okay. Yeah, I think that works. So we'll bring back this. Or we'll make this, and then we'll do this. So let's see. Frame. Okay. I'm just trying to think, we can do this. We'll have to have an infinite counter though. Like this counter will always be going up. Until it's not going up. Until it's going down. Yeah, I think this is fine. Having the ground with counter always go up. Yeah, we want to take this out. So we'll say ground. What's it? Ground with multiplier counter plus equals 1. Yeah. I suppose it should start at 0 then? Or is it starting right now? At -1? Oh no, it should start at 0. Yeah. It should start at 0. Right? I think that's the one I changed ground with multiplier counter. Okay, yeah, it starts at 0. And let's see. Where's our update? Here it is. That's a big file. I told you we might get to 1,000 lines. Already at 800. Oh my gosh. We have a lot of commented out code too, so yeah, it's not that bad. But yeah, here we go. So player.position.x greater than the width of the screen divided by 2 plus the width of the square times whatever square we're on. Yeah. And then we'll update the ground multiplier counter at the end, I think. Yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. But now, here's what we want to do. We want to bring this code back. Yeah, this popping of the squares from the left. And we will append them to the right. So let's say ground. Where do I put that actually? Yeah, that's the thing. Where should I put them on the X? Yeah, because I wanna just change their position. So bottom ground square dot position dot x and top row dot position dot x. And this should just be new x or something. Let new ground square x equals some value. Yeah, and then we'll just say ground squares q dot append. Let's say the bottom and then the top. Okay. Now what is this? What is this x value? So it should be some function of this. It should be this, and instead of this, what do we want to say? Frame.width divided by 2 plus some offset, which might be, maybe it's frame.width plus this. I think so. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, now let's see what we get into. I think this is gonna like blow up in our face. Oh. Yeah, you see it's pulling from the left and adding it to the right. So you see the node count on the bottom right, 253. It's not changing. The problem is that we can see it pulling from the left. We don't want the user to be able to see that. But we've got pretty good progress here, actually. This was quicker than I thought. Yeah, we don't want them to be able to, because we got like quicksand. Maybe we can pull 2 at a time? I don't know. I feel like that's even worse though. They'll definitely notice. What happens if we take out the ignore safe area? Will it still be noticeable? Yeah, and look, it's my X is slightly off when it's added again. This should not be frame.width, it should be... Oh, it should be, right. I think it should be frame.width minus half of a ground square. Yeah, let me just update that. So, frame.width minus frame.width divided by 32. And I'll just comment this saying, append the new square, starting at the width of the screen minus half the width of a ground square, plus an offset for number of squares traveled. Yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing. Yeah, like now it's not, it's appropriate, there's no gap here, and it's like snug. Yeah, we just don't want this, like, we don't want to be able to see this as the player. How do we want to fix that then? Let me think about this. So we're pulling too early. Maybe we can just wait to pull. Instead of going halfway across the screen, we can do like halfway plus a square width, I suppose. We could do that. So like to do that, that would just be like, we would just update this and say plus frame dot width divided by 16, which would be like the width of a square. Now, does that fix our problem? Oh, now you can see the end appending. Okay. Yeah. But you see kind of what I was talking about? It's kind of hard to explain in words. And even I drew a picture. But you see it's like pulling from the back and adding it to the front. And we want to do the opposite for when he's moving left. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So we're constantly using the same set of squares and not creating a bunch, which will lag the game. We're reusing squares. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. How do we how do we want to kind of find the balance between these? One thing we could do is add more squares to our queue. Instead of just doing 32, we could do like 34. That might fix it. Yeah, I think that actually might fix our problem. And I don't know if we have to update that much logic to fix it. I do want to take out this extra offset though. So, okay. So if we add 34 squares, I think that'll fix it. So all we have to do then is change the 16 to a 17. I think so. and that might fix our problem. Yeah, let's see. Ooh, no, not quite. Oh, but now it fixes it. Okay. So now it's fixed after I go beyond a certain threshold. Let me see, what is that threshold? So, okay, I move. Halfway across the screen, it gets rid of one. But it puts it in the future. And it gets rid of more. More, getting rid of more. And now it's fixed. So what is that? What is causing that? Oh, wait, I think... Okay. So it just yoinks like a bunch. I think it yoinked an entire ground width starting from halfway across the screen. And it appended it here, all the way at the end. Okay, but you see now it's not lagging like it was before. It was freezing. But it's not anymore. Yeah. How do I fix this then? Let me think. Why would that be happening? If I just change that 16 to a 17. Let me think. What happened? What occurrence occurred? Let me think. Let me think about this one. So, yeah, that's kind of confusing. So, yeah, but now it's like working when I go past, I suppose, like 1.5 the screen's width. It like works permanently. What if I did add like 32? Instead of 16, I made this 32. Yeah. Oh, wait. Oh, I think I know why. Oh, I have an interesting idea, actually. I have a very interesting idea. I'm gonna make this 18. And I'm gonna put one square off of the screen on the left and one square off of the screen on the right. And then... Yeah, that'll be interesting. Okay. Ooh. Wow, what an interesting idea. Okay. So... Position.x frame.width divided by 32, which is half of a thing. We'll say minus frame.width divided by 16, which is an extra square. Yeah. So that way the first node is off the screen by the one width of a square. And the last node is off of the screen by a width of a square. Yeah. And then, what do we want to do? We need to update when or where we're putting the squares. So, in our update function, which is here, we're saying new ground square x should be frame.width minus half the square, but actually this should be minus half the square plus a square. Yeah. How's that? Let's see. I will... Oh, why are my eyes closed? I'm doing a sleepy. Oh, I think it was because I was leaning back in my chair. I didn't track. I was going all asleep, I guess. Let's see if we can fix this with our eyes closed. Ah, see that? We fixed it. We fixed it permanently by adding 18 squares with... Yeah, wow, okay. I can't believe that worked. Let's comment this out. Just be sure. So let's check the node count. So it's 225 right now. And it's, okay, it's constantly 225, which is good. We're not creating new nodes. We're reusing our ground. Perfect. This is absolutely splendid. Wonderful. So now let's just fix going to the left. I think we just need to invert our logic, right? I think so. Yeah. And actually we can place nodes negative, right? If we wanna, well... No, here's the thing. We don't want them to go to left at the very start of the game, right? Like, we don't want them for the first half of the width of the screen. We don't want them to go left. So it'll have to be a little bit different logic. Yeah. So, okay, let's just copy this. So first things first, this is gonna have to be pop last and pop last. And this will be, let's say this will be top row ground square. And this will be bottom row ground square. And then we'll have to append to the front of the queue. So we'll have to do like insert at 0. Insert new element at 0. Bottom ground square. And then this one, what do we want to say here? We want to top row ground square. So what do we want to insert first? We want it to go ground or dirt, grass, dirt, grass. So this should be insert the grass first and then the dirt. Right. Okay. That's fine. is opposites. Yeah. So, now that we've made that a bit more explicit, back to our old question. What value is this and this? So, okay. We don't ever want to pull from the left if our width is less than half of the width of the screen. So, I suppose we can say if player position.x is greater than this. Oh, maybe. Yeah, okay. And then we can subtract from this counter, I guess. I suppose. So now, okay. Yeah. So if we're moving left, under the same condition, like this same condition, but we're moving left, then pull from the right, append to the left. So what x position do we want to append to? Yeah. I suppose, so the first time it pulls from the left is if we're halfway across the screen, we move to the right we move to the right 1 square, and then we move left 1 square. That's the first time it pulls from the right to the left. So it would be appending that at minus 1 square, like 0 minus the width of 1 square. So that would be the first place it puts it at, like the leftmost place. Let me think. So, okay. Let's do the thinking emoji. Yeah. So, okay. I suppose we want to say... Yeah, what is this? We basically kind of need to do like the opposite of this calculation. I'm not sure what the opposite of that is. I can't just flip all the signs. I don't think it will work like that. Because I think this frame.width has to be like 0. Yeah. Unless I can just like 0 minus... I don't know. I don't think this should be a minus, I feel. I really don't. Now I'm interested. I just want to see what happens. So I go to the right. Ooh. So the floor just fell out beneath us. I've got a floating enemy Yippee here. Oh my gosh. One might say the floor is lava, but in this case, the floor fell away. Oh my goodness. Where'd the floor go? How are you still floating? Bruh. Bro, what a weird bug. So if I keep going right, and the floor falls out beneath us. Okay. Mr. Floating Yippee. Oh. It's back. Oh, wait, what? So if we like... Oh, whoa. Whoa. Now you see me? Now you don't. Now you see me? Now you don't. Neat. Okay. Alright. Yeah, what is causing that? So... Yeah, wow, okay. That's weird. Let me see. So... Actually, maybe that looks funnier with this. Let's take this out. We are traversing Yippee. Let's go. Oh, where'd our floor go? And Mr. Yippee enemy is floating. Wow, with his magic powers. Very cool, Mr. Yippee. Very cool indeed. Ooh. Yeah, where's our floor? Oh. Aha. Uh-oh. Yeah, our calculation's off. That's for sure. Oh, how off is it by? If I keep going right, when does our floor rip away from us? When is that? That's like halfway across the screen plus the width of a square. I think so. So halfway across the screen plus the width of a square. And our floor disappears. Where'd our floor go? So why does it remove the whole floor though? That means it's calling this like a bunch of times. Yeah. What if I comment this out? I feel like maybe it has something to do with this. Maybe. Oh, wait. Wait, okay. No, this... Okay, I think I know what's happening. This should be the opposite. Yeah. Now let's see. Moving right, moving right. This is fine. This is good. Not broken. Move left. Broken. Okay. Okay, so we fixed the bug with the ground ripping away from us. But our placement of nodes is still incorrect for moving left. I think we just need to update where we're placing the left nodes. Actually, let me print also. Every time this is called, should take from left. Or actually it would be should take from right, but the print will do what we need regardless. Okay, yeah, it's not getting called at all actually. It should be getting called here. Let's see. What could be happening? Let me think about this. Player position X greater than this. Yeah, we need to at least get this to print. That's the first step. So we're greater than frame.width divided by 2 plus frame.width divided by 16 times the ground counter and this. Yeah, this should be printing. Let me think. Why is this not printing? Let's also do this, like, moving left, pull blocks from right. And then we'll do this, moving right, pull blocks from left. Because I think I should call the print the first one. Yeah, that's fine. But then move left. Oh, wait. Okay. I think I know what's happening. Because this is never true. Because it's never... This is too big. Maybe we need separate counters then. Do we? Do we really need separate counters? Let me think. Yeah, I feel like that would be kind of confusing and unnecessary. But this condition will never be true unless I modify the math somehow. Okay. So we go beyond a certain threshold. Maybe less? Player.position.less than this. But we also want a condition to stop it. Like, don't do it if we're position is greater than half the width of the screen. Yeah, okay. I suppose. Let's see how this turns out. Oh, did we? Oh no, we didn't crash. Let me also delete this. Now go left. Okay, now it's printing, but... Let's see, so if I go all the way to the right, and go all the way to the left... Well, it's adding our blocks back appropriately. Oh, but now you see it's like pulling... Okay, and we've got this gap here. Okay, let me redo this. Let's reproduce the minimum viable thing. Halfway across the screen, go 1, left. Pull, so it should have added the blocks back. But it added 1, I think. No, it should have added both back. Yeah. Oh, it's doing some weird stuff, okay. Yeah, what's going on, Yippee? What do you think, Mr. Enemy Yippee? What are your thoughts on this situation? Why is the ground going crazy beneath you, sir? Most intriguing, indeed. Let's think. Yeah, this is only a bug when moving left. Like, the moving right logic is fine. Like, even when I'm subtracting the counter. Like, it doesn't break it. Yeah. But when I move left, it does the weird thing. Maybe the offset is just one too many. Let me think. I definitely feel like our math is wrong here. I think this is getting cold in the right place. So I think this is okay. It might be this. Let me just triple check. Triple checking is always good. So, okay. I go beyond half of the width of the screen. Move right pull blocks from left. Oh wait, but now I can still... Oh, okay. Oh, the Yippee got pushed back by the block. Oh, okay. The Yippee got pushed back by the block and now I can see the left half of the screen. Okay. That's because we're still facing right. Okay. But how do we want to do it then? Maybe we don't want that logic for like facing right and facing left. Yeah. Gotta think of another way to do it then. Instead of facing right or facing left. Because if we get pushed back somehow, because I think the enemies can push us back, then we're gonna be facing right, but moving left. In which case, our logic kind of breaks. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I gotta rethink this logic then. So if I get pushed back, how do I just ensure that all the squares on the screen are visible? Yeah, that's a most interesting problem. Let me think. I don't feel like it's that hard though. I think I just have to base it off the Yippee's position, not where it's facing or moving. And I just ensure that at that position there are 18, at least 16 visible squares. 18 where centered around its X position. Yeah, Okay. Yeah, I don't... Because when I get pushed back, it should add to the left. Yeah, I'm gonna take out this logic. Because that's not right. You can't count on our position, or our player to be facing the way it's moving all the time. Okay. So... then... what do? What do indeed? Let me think about this one. Ooh, what an interesting algorithmic problem. Let me do the thinking emoji. So, let's see. So, maybe we can fix that bug later. No, but I feel like it's related though to our entire logic. Like if our player position goes left, then... Yeah. Okay. It's definitely... we need to check player position X. That's the constant thing we need to do. We need to constantly be checking where it is. And based on that, we spawn squares. So... okay. So... let's think. If we do that... then... the problem is, like, I think we need to do this logic for the background too. Because we want the background to kind of like wrap infinitely. But the background is very big, so I don't think we'll run into this problem that often. Let me think. So if our player position is left, like we move to the left, and we have a bunch of blocks on the right, and they become off-screen, then we need to move the off-screen ones on-screen. Yeah. Yeah, I think we still need this logic. Like player.position.x is greater than frame width divided by 2. I want to try and break it though. I feel like this is easily broken. Yeah. Okay. No, I think this is fine. But, okay. Yeah, so if our x is greater than half the screen's width divided by 2, we go beyond a certain threshold. Then we need a third check. We definitely need a third check. Like maybe what we can do is we can check the x position of the leftmost and the rightmost node. And if it goes beyond, like if it's like way off screen, then we add it to the front. I think we can do that. That might be a better way to do this. Yeah. So how about this? We add another check here. So like we check the, like in the case of moving all the way to the right, we want to check the node on the very left. It's like and, whatchamacallit, ground squares q 0 dot position dot x is like more than one square to the left off the screen. Yeah, which would be, what would that be? Like if it's greater than, or less than, I suppose it would be 0 at first. Or actually it would be minus frame dot width divided by 16. And we need to make this a function of our current position. So like current, actually, we can just say minus like position, like player dot position dot x. If it's less than our current position, minus, I suppose, like, what would that be? Minus like 9 squares width? Minus 9 times ground squares q 0 dot frame dot frame dot width divided by 16. Then we do the thing. Yeah. Okay. And then I suppose we do the same for the right. Well, let's just see how this works for moving right. If we broke anything. So I'm gonna keep moving right. Okay, so that's fine. I feel like I saw it glitch a little bit. Oh no, I think it's fine. Yeah. Oh, but then this is weird. Oh, but yeah, our left moving logic isn't fixed yet, but the right moving logic, I think, is fine. Yeah, this is good. So now we just need to fix the left. So if player.position.x is beyond half the screen's width, and actually, do we need this check anymore then? I don't think so. Do we? Like if we are halfway across the screen and I suppose the squares on the far right are too far. Yeah. I don't think we need this check. Yeah, it's covered by this. But we do need this check. And we need it to be like the opposite of the other check. So let's see. And ground squared opposition dot x is, what would that be? So we're moving left and our thing is too big. Actually, it should be the end, right? Ground squares q dot count minus 1 dot position dot x is what would that be? That's greater than our current position plus 9 squares. Yeah. I think so. Then what we want to do is we want to pull the last 2 squares and put them in the front. Yeah. Oh, also this is printing constantly. Interesting. This is like printing infinitely. Uh-oh. Wait, why is that? Oh my gosh, okay. Maybe I did need that check. Yeah, let me add that check back in. It's like if player.position.x greater than frame.width divided by 2. And this. Yeah, let's put these all on separate lines. Yeah. Okay. So... Yeah. So... let me think. Yeah, okay. Wait, but why did it start out like that? I feel like it shouldn't. So I start the game, and it's already pulling squares from the right. Yeah, it should not be doing that. Definitely not. It should not be like printing this infinitely. That's very concerning. Yeah. Yeah, it should not be moving. It should not be calling this at the beginning. Oh, because I have this backwards. I didn't even notice. Do I want that backwards? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. Oh, maybe that's why it was constantly printing. Because then this was constantly subtracting. And this is adding. I think so. Wait, so if I put that back in, then it shouldn't constantly print, right? Okay, good. That was the problem. That counter was getting flip-flopped. I move left. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's not calling moving left pull blocks from right. So it's not calling this. Why is that? Yeah, this is never true then, this part. Sorry, math is a bit wrong. Let me think. So, okay, if the rightmost square's position is greater than our player's current position plus the width of 9 squares, that should be true at some point. Oh, wait a minute. I think maybe it's PEMDAS. It could be. Yeah. See how I have this in parentheses? Yeah, or like... where's that? Like here. Oh, wait, I'm really... 9 times the width. Wait, what am I doing here, actually? Divided by 16? Wait, what am I... I think my math is definitely wrong. I don't think I need to divide this by 16. This width is already... This is frame, too. It should be size. Oh my goodness. Goodness gracious me. I'm doing things all backwards. Let me see. Let me just confirm these calculations. Alright, I think that should be better now. Let's just ensure we didn't break anything. So let's move to the right. Okay, that's fine, that's working. Move to the left. Okay, that's kind of expected because I think... and it's calling this moving right pull blocks from left. And then... Oh, but it's never calling moving left pull blocks from right. That's a problem. Yeah, okay. I think the right code is still working. It just should be calling this. Like, it should at least print. Yeah. So, player.position.x is greater than half the width of the screen, plus some offset. Yeah. So that's fine. So if it's like on square number 10, because we have how many squares did we add? We added let's see, how many squares did we add? 36. So half of that would be, I suppose it would be, half of the width would be 16. Yeah, whatever. Let me think. I think this is not being set to true. Why not? Maybe we should print these values. I think it benefits to print our math. That way we can be sure what we're looking at. Yeah. So, let's see. What are we dealing with here? Okay, so this is 98. Okay. I go left. What are these values? So the first one, player position X is less than ground Q's square. Okay. Player position X less than this. Which is what we want. So then it's this which is false. Ooh, okay. Wait, no. Yeah, this is less than this. Yeah, so it's this is false. I think it's because of this, again, this counter. And that brings us back to whether we should have separate variables for this or not. Okay. Yeah, because then that's never true. Unless we're moving right. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna flip this and bring this back. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. So moving right, move right, move right, move right, move left. Oh, but it's calling both of them. It should not be calling the right one. I don't think so. Yeah, no, definitely not. Move left, move left. Okay, so the move left and the move right are working. It's just off by a gap. And I take that because both of these are getting called. Because it's at the threshold. And it's doing both. Yeah, okay. So when it's at the threshold, it calls both functions. I think that's just at the halfway point of the screen, right? And once it goes beyond this halfway point, then it's fine. Oh no, it's just like moving the gap. But I think that happens at halfway. Like each half of the screen interval. So I'm at like half the screen. And oh, the gap is no longer generated. But I move left. Oh, and now it's generated. Because it's pulling from the right and then from the left, which doesn't actually append to the left. I feel like I shouldn't be calling both of these. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me do some tweaking of this number. What if I say 7 instead of 9? Maybe that's better. Also, I'm doubtful this is the right spot to be putting it in. Let's see. So that's still fine. Wait, no, but it's calling both of them at the same time again. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this back at 9. But maybe I just need to fix the movement problem. Yeah. Let me think. Let me think. Erm. So move right, pull blocks from left. Move left. Yeah, it should not be pulling from the right. I don't think that's the problem. But it definitely shouldn't be doing that though. That's a problem in one sense, but not in the literal terms, I think. Wait, no, but if it's doing right, pulling from left. Oh look, now it's infinite printing. Oh yeah, that's definitely a problem. It's calling both of these at the same time. Oh, that's why it does that. Because it's this flip-flop counter again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because if it calls one, then it'll call the other. Because this counter will get flip-flopped. Okay. Now we don't want that. So, okay. So if we move left, it'll call this, and it'll go down 1. Well, then that'll trigger this, and it'll go up 1. And then it'll call this, because it'll go down 1. Or because it went up 1. Okay, so in that case, yeah, what do we want to do? What to do? I'm gonna check something. Let me check a thing. I gotta check a thing quick. Let me check the thingy. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I had to check the thing. Alright. We're back. Let's think. So brain hurdy. This is very why would it be flip-flopping here? Let's think. Let's do the thinking emoji. Once again, thinking emoji enabled. So, let's think. I'm tempted to work on a different problem and fix this off stream. Because this is very mathy. I don't know if the math is very content. It's very like, yeah, it's iffy. I mean, as long as we can move right, which we can, and we're not lagging when we move right. The only problem is moving left, which is like, I mean, that's like basically moving right, isn't it? So it shouldn't be that bad, but might need to fix this later. The other thing I wanted to do was texture or like structure spawning. I want to update that to match the ground node positions. Yeah. So right now we're spawning kind of randomly without regard to where we should actually be spawning. So let's do a little bit of adjustments. Maybe like minus frame dot width divided by 32 to put it like where one of the squares would be. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's see. Is this divisible? Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's see where this puts it. Oh no, they're not quite flush with one of the squares. Yeah, they are offset. Let me take out that offset. Oh, we're back in the shop. Did it reload? Oh, it did. So, okay. Where is it putting these? It's like halfway between two blocks. Which makes me think I just gotta move it left by, you know, half the width of one, but that didn't seem to work. Let's see. What could be going on? Yeah, because that's what I figured. If I just move it left by like half the width of one block, and the width of a block is frame dot width divided by 16. Now I figured that would have fixed it. But oh, it's okay. It needs to be by 64. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, now it's flush with, like, cause it's now like tiles. It's working like this. This is good. Yeah. This is good. I just ignore like the weird moving left gaps. And now the structures are like aligned with the ground textures. That's kind of why I wanted to change the ground. That's why I kind of were doing the whole thing so that it's like this. Yeah. But the other thing I wanted to do was like if the texture is touching the ground, like if part of the structure is touching the ground, I want that ground block to be dirt. Because you see, it's like grass on top of grass. That's not what I want. I want like grass on top of dirt. Yeah. Or dirt on top of dirt. But anything on top of another ground block should be like the ground block below it should be dirt. Yeah. Yeah. But I guess we can work on other structures. I think that would be fine. Yeah, we definitely get like infinite stuff here. It's a bit gross. Let's reset our logs. Alright, what do we want to do here? Let's see. So, how about I kind of wanted to generate like a bridge structure. Kind of like, let me show what I wanted to do. Let me get a new drawing up. Here's kind of what I wanted to do. Let me pull this out. So, here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a structure like this. Like so. Right? And then have an arcing bridge here, going down to another set of stairs. Like so. And I have a bridge texture, so I can do this. And I can make the width of the bridge be the width of a certain number of blocks. Right? So this can be like 4 blocks long or 5 blocks long or something. That way it's always flush with the grid of the ground. Like this will be always a certain number of blocks long. I don't ever want it to be like not that. Yeah. And maybe we can make this a variable height too. Like these stairs can be like 4, 3, 2 or something. Yeah. We can do that. Yeah. I think that can be our next thing that we want to do. Yeah. So let's do that. And yeah, let's gotta figure out how to do this variable length. I mean, we already have a pyramid structure, so we can just kind of do half of that. I think that'll be fine. And I want to do this variable length too, which should also be pretty fine. Yeah. Well, let's work on this. So, let's see. So I need a bridge texture. So let's do that. Yeah. Let's make a bridge texture. So private let bridge texture go sk texture image named bridge. And let's have a function. So I renamed this function here. It used to be called create bridge, but I changed it to create grass bridge. And now I'll have another function saying create like wooden kind of bridge. Create wooden bridge. Yeah, why not? I need a position for this. I guess we can have a length of, or like bridge height, or bridge stairs, bridge stairs height. And then this can be an int, and we can have a wooden bridge length. This will be the length of the middle part. Maybe we can say inner wooden bridge length. Yeah, that makes more sense. Now I can just do something like this. Or maybe pull the pyramid code better, because we do need to duplicate half of the pyramid. So... yeah. Oh, also I don't know why I did this. Added an extra pyramid.addChild pyramid square. Do I still need that, actually? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Well, let's add our bridge structure. Yeah. Yeah. So, what to do? Let's think about this. So we want to do like half of a pyramid, right? So, how do we modify our code to only do half of the pyramid code? Also, I don't like this extra pyramid node. I don't think that's needed. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me maybe have a function for creating half a pyramid. Maybe not. So, okay, create wooden bridge. Let's think. So... what do? How about... I gotta think about this one. Let's think. Think-a-majig. How about... okay, so we want to create half a pyramid, and this is a pyramid, right? So this is controlling how many rows there are, which we always want to be constant. This is controlling how many squares in each row. So we just need to half this by 2, right? Because like a pyramid is like this. We have 1, 2, 3. 1. Right? And we just need this, instead of like 1, 3, this would be 5. Then we want this half to go away. We want -1 here, -2 here. So I want it to go 1, like 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's not too bad actually. That's pretty simple. Just like 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? Yeah. So, okay. So our height. Oh yeah, we passed a height here. So, yeah, we can use this bridge stairs height. And yeah, that'll be the number of rows. And yeah, the number of squares in row will be bridge stairs height -1, right? So yeah. So if our bridge stairs height is 4, actually it'll just be bridge stairs height. So yeah, say our height is 4, then the bottommost row should have 4 in it. Same if it's like 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Wait, but then, okay, so the bottommost row should have 4. The next row should have 3. So, okay. This is constant. So we need to constantly modify this to match what we want. So maybe like minus row index. Yeah, I think that works. So the first one will be 4. The next one will be 3. And we go all the way up to the top row, which will be row 3, which will be minus 1, which will be 1. Yeah. So we'll say this num squares in row. We'll still have this logic. Oh, right, and we also want to keep this for like, yeah, for swapping like grass and ground. If square index is 0, or, okay. Right. If square index is 0, or square index equals, yeah, I think we just want to say if square index is 0. Right? Yeah. And then let step stairs. This is only for creating stairs that go left to right. Like, yeah. So stair square. Ooh, that rhymes. Stair square. Stair square x. And stair square y. Texture will be, this should be stair square texture. Cool. That is good. What else do we want? Let's think. So, yes, this should be stair square. All right. That's good. So, oh yeah, and we kind of want to add child after each thing. Yeah. Yeah. So, how do we want to go about this? How about let's think. Well, I guess we can just print this and see if it creates like the staircase. And then from there we can see if we can print the bridge in the middle and then the other half of the stairs. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, let me just confirm this is what we want to do. I think so. I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. Now let's just call this. I'll call this here. Alright. Frame dot width. Let's see. Earm. What to do? What to do indeed? Let's think. Create a wooden bridge. Yeah, we want to increase the x. Let's say framed out width minus framed out width divided by 64. The height we'll say is like 4, and we're not using this yet. Let's see, where does this put the thing? Oh, we have an error. Oh, right, the y. Frame dot height divided by 7. Oh, is that actually... I don't think that's where we want it, right? I don't think so. Now let's see where these stairs show up. Ah, they're here. But they're in the wrong Y position, I think. I think so. But the X is fine. Relative to each other, at least. Actually, they're offset a little bit. Let me just increase this X. Frame dot width divided by times plus let's think. How about we just say frame dot width divided by 16 times 20. Yeah, it's like 20 squares to the right. Minus a little offset. Yeah, let's see. Alright. Okay. Wait, did we make our height 4? I think so. Oh, we did. Let's make this actually 25 squares to the right, but why is the height so low? Did we not pass the Y? Or use the Y at all? Oh no, we did here. Now why is it so low? Position dot y plus stair square dot size dot width times CG float row index. I wonder what could be occurring. Let's think. I'm also checking something else. Let me check the things. I've got some infinite looping here. Okay. I think we've got some good lining up of things though. This is slightly off though. Why is that? I thought putting it an offset a little bit would help. Let me see. Yeah, I think our offset is not quite right. Where do we do that? Here, yeah. Oh no, we do all the offsets here. Let's take this out for our little staircase. Let's see. So, yeah, these are all like aligned right. Like this part is aligned, and then this part too. Oh, now, oh no, it's like off by half a block. And also it's like, oh, I think it's below by one height of a block. So you gotta like move it up one, I think. Yeah, let's see. So if we like add the height of a block, which I think is this frame.width divided by 16, it should move it up one, but then, yeah, this little staircase, what we're debugging. Okay, now it's like the right height, or like right Y position, but it's like in between two of the ground blocks. Yeah, I gotta like move it halfway, one block width, which I think is frame width divided by 32. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, let's see. So if we move our little staircase thing here, does it line up? Yeah, okay, now it lines up. Yeah, so the next thing I want to do is put like a little bridge over here, and then another staircase going the other way. That'll be nice. Oh yeah, also ignore the weird, the ground thing. There's a bug with the ground right now. Yeah, little weird ground stuff going on. But now I guess we can spawn the bridge. See what that looks like. Yeah. So let's modify our, yeah, this structure here. I want it to look like this. I got like this kind of staircase, and then we'll put like a bridge here, and then yeah, it'll end up looking like this. Got like a 2 here, like this, and then like this. Oh, also thank you for the follow, Sublime. Yeah, hope you enjoy. We're doing some terrain generation stuff. Yeah. I think yesterday we got the camera working. That was cool. Like before our game used to just be like the width of the screen, but now it's like following us, which is pretty nice. But now we're kind of adding to the world, like adding different structures and stuff, and yeah, should be pretty cool indeed. But yeah, let's see. So now let's add this bridge component to this staircase here. So yeah, the X position of this should be kind of where this column is left off. So let's create a bridge node. Let's say let bridge equal sk sprite node with texture, and we have a bridge texture variable. Yeah. So now let's copy some boilerplate code that we have for just creating nodes. Yeah. Let's do that. So here's kind of our boilerplate for creating sprite nodes. Yeah. And I'm okay with giving the bridge the ground category because we can just like walk past it. Yeah, the size should be different though. And the texture, yeah, we kind of set that in this constructor here. Yeah, I don't think we need a name for this, or maybe we can make it like bridge or something. We're not really using this. This is kind of just for if we needed to log stuff. Z position, we'll make it 2, I think, because we're passing that for this. Yeah. And then, yeah, this should be also bridge texture. This size should be... Okay, here's the thing about the size. We want the bridge to be like basically like n number of squares long. Like, so this is like 3 squares, and this we want to be like, I don't know, like say 1, 2, 3, 4 squares long or something, but never like in between, because then it'll kind of throw our grid off. Everything has to be like a width of squares long. Yeah. So we'll say this size should be a CG size, so the width should be a function of how many squares there are. So this would be like 4 squares wide for the bridge. And then the height we can kind of do whatever, because that's not really too constrained by number of squares, I don't think. I mean, I guess we could do it like maybe 1 square tall, just in case. Yeah. And then we'll do this add child bridge, which should add it to our screen. Okay, and then, oh, I see we're setting size here too. Yeah, we just, okay, yeah, because this is the size of the hitbox, which is the physics body size. But this is the actual size of the texture. And yeah, they need to match. Yeah, so let's see. And I think I need to set the position too. I didn't set that yet, so let's do that. So here's where it gets kind of interesting. I think the Y position, yeah, the X and the Y position should basically be where this square is. Yeah, so how do I get the position of that square? I think it's just, let me think. Yeah, so it would be, okay, so we have how many squares tall are bridges? So it should be, ideally, the Y position should be frame dot width divided by 16 times bridge stairs height. I think so. So if our bridge is like 3 squares tall, this is like how tall 1 square is, and this is like how many squares there are, so it'd be like 3 squares up. I think so. Yeah. Also it's saying duration protocol frame dot width. Oh, maybe this should be CG float. I think so. It doesn't like integer multiplication with floats sometimes. Yeah. Okay, now X position. So that should be position dot X, I think. Plus like how many squares wide there are, which I think is the same as this. So yeah, I guess we can wrap this in CG float again. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think so. Well, let me see what this looks like. Let's see. So, where is our bridge? Oh, it's kind of, yeah, okay. Looks like our X and Y were off, but not by much, I don't think. Yeah, so we just need to move it up and to the right. Oh, I think because it's placing it based on the middle of the bridge. Yeah, so it ends up like the left side ends up being in the wrong spot, but we want to place it based on the left side. So I think we just gotta move it to the right by half the width of the bridge and up by half of the width. This is an anchor point issue. Yeah, because in Swift, or I guess like SpriteKit, which is the framework I'm using, it like places everything based on the middle of the image. It's like in this case, like I wanted it to place on the top left here, but it placed it like on the middle. So I guess it put like the middle here or something. Yeah, it placed the middle like on the bottom right of this square. Yeah, so we just gotta like, yeah, I'll just do some adding of the size to this position. Yeah, so let's see. I'll do some offset. So I'll be like bridge dot size dot width divided by 2. I think this should be bridge dot size dot height divided by 2. Now hopefully it should be a little more appropriately placed now. Let's see. Oh, okay, maybe our texture's off by a bit. Maybe I should eyeball it. I'll move it up 1 square and left 1 square. Maybe that'll do it. Yeah, I kind of want to move everything in like multiples of squares, otherwise it'll end up a little weird. Yeah. So I need to move it -1 square. Yes, I guess we maybe do this x -1, I think. Yeah, left a square and then up a square. So like that. I think that might be better. Let's see. So okay, that's a little better. But it's like halfway along the top square. So we gotta like move it right by half of a square. Yeah, and I think then we'll be in a pretty close spot for this to be like appropriately placed. Yeah. Let me remove it right by half a square. I think that'll be good. So yeah, where do I do that? So I'm moving it right by 1 square. If I want to move it right by an extra half, then I need to multiply this by 1.5. Yeah. I think that's how that would work. The problem is that sometimes if you have really long mathematical expressions, the compiler might not be able to solve it fast enough. But it's not telling me that that's a problem, so I'm guessing it's fine. Sometimes it'll tell you like in the code, like, this is too long of a math expression, please shorten it. And you just like split it up into different variables. Oh, okay, I guess times 1.5 was too much. Yeah. Yeah, the Yippee is the little guy with the sword. He's a little creature, he's a little bundle of joy. But he's armed and dangerous. He's also got a bow too. I can swap to the bow. It can like shoot arrows at the other enemy Yippee. Yes. We are playing as original Yippee. Indeed. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna like make like different melee and ranged weapons. Yeah, so right now I have like this sword and this bow, but eventually I was gonna add in like a stick for the weapon. It's like the idea is like you can collect these little rubies on the top left, and you can buy like upgrades to your weapon. It's like you can go from like stick to like sword or something, or from like I was gonna make it so you can like throw a rock, and you upgrade to like a bow and arrow, and then to like a ray gun or something, shoot lasers or something. Yeah, I have different textures too for that. It's like I have yeah, I already put the rock in. I just haven't like implemented this yet. And I put the stick in too. I have like both of these. This will be like kind of like when you first download the app, you'll have like the slingshot and a rock. So this is the slingshot. And then you'll throw rocks. And then for your melee, you'll have a stick. But then as you upgrade, you can get like the sword and like the bow and arrow when you pay with your rubies. Yeah, that's how it'll be. And you do like upgrades in the shop. Yeah, right now our shop is pretty it's pretty basic. I was gonna replace this to be with like tabs, but right now it's just like a bunch of buttons. But yeah, this is how it looks when you start in. Yeah, I kind of wanted to change the button design too. Like right now it's just like green on blue. That's kind of just like testing, but I was gonna make some nice like pretty button backgrounds too, with some nice text so it doesn't look so basic. But yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't work in the preview, but if I run it in the simulator, it'll be fine. But yeah, I think our bridge is a bit off by. I thought 1.5 was enough. I think we're going off by too much. Yeah, let me see. Maybe 1.25. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how we do with that. So, yeah, it's a little off. I think my math might be off. Or the texture is slightly bigger than the actual image. Yeah, either or. I think it's probably the math though. But this looks okay. I kind of want to focus on like building the other half of the stairs, and then maybe we can move the bridge, adjust it a little more later. Let's build the other half of the bridge. Because here's the thing, I want like the Yippee to always be able to like move left. Because like in this case, like I fell off and now I can no longer go to this part of the map. Oh, it's like, okay. I think the physics bodies, like the hitboxes, are a bit bugged. If I like force it to move left, it like forcibly pushes past. Yeah, okay, that's another bug I need to fix. But we fix the bugs. We fix them in due time. In due time, the bugs are fixed. It's all a matter of time. Oh, yeah, like this bug. We've got the void here. But yeah, such is the way of game dev. All bugs will be fixed in time. But yeah, let's generate the other half of these stairs. Yeah. So, I guess we kind of want to just do this like in the inverse direction. Yeah, I could just like copy and paste this, but I feel like I want this to be its own function. Maybe we can do some code refactoring later. But for now, let's just try and get this to work. So, yeah, to do this, maybe we just need to like make this a minus. Yeah. So basically it's like placing the first square and then offsetting it by a certain position based on like whatever number of square it's on. So like if it's the second square here, it should offset it by 1 square. If it's the third one, it should offset it by 2 squares. Yeah, that's kind of what this is doing. Yeah. So if it's like the other way, then yeah, I guess. So this will be the first square that we draw. And then the second one will also be offset by 2 squares, I guess. Yeah, this makes me think like the only difference in the code is where the first square spawns. Yeah, I think so. Or let me think, okay. Because I have a pyramid. So it should be like, I guess basically the pyramid, but like the other half of this pyramid. Like I have these, like this is the 4 stairs high, and then like the other 4. And I just have like a gap in between for the bridge. It's basically like a pyramid with the bridge. Yeah, Yeah, so let me maybe check the pyramid code. So yeah, I'm almost tempted to just copy the pyramid code and put like some bridge spawning code in the middle and just like move the other squares out. That's kind of what this is. But yeah, let me think about this stair spawning. So okay, so my first stair on the right half will spawn where this bridge left off. So it'd be like the bridge's X position plus like half its width, because it places it at the middle point. Yeah, so that would be so instead of position.x, I'll say yeah, this should be like bridge.x plus bridge.width size.width divided by 2. Yeah, so that's okay. So that'll place it like in the right X spot. I put a minus here. I don't know if I need that. Yeah. Oh, it's saying no X. Oh, this should be position.x. Yeah. And then let's see. So I've got position.x plus half of the bridge width. So that's like good for the first X. It's like that's the X we need for these 3. Yeah. And then for the next block on the first row, yeah, we want to offset it by some square index. I think this is where we don't want this. Yeah, so we offset it by some square index. Okay. Let me think. So yeah, the first one I don't want to offset it. The second one I do. Third one, same thing, also want to offset that one. Okay. But I don't want this extra offset, I don't think. So what is this? This is offset based on the row index. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I do not want to do that. Okay. Yeah, let me see what does it look like if I just take out that extra offset. Is it spawning in the right place at least? Let's see. This other half of the stairs. Oh. Well, okay, it's in the right position and in the right formation. Our textures are off. So, okay. We just gotta fix that. Okay. Let's think. So it's the first column. It's setting it all to grass, which is like, let's check our code for that. So that's here. This is where we do that code for setting the grass versus the dirt texture. Because we always want the one on the very top to be grass and all the other ones to be dirt. So let's do some thinking emoji and do the thinking. Okay. So if square index is 0, set it to grass. Oh, that's our problem. I think our square index needs to be row index. I think so. So if square index is row index, then do the thing. I think so. So if it's like 0, and we're on row 0. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, no, that won't work. Okay, so if square index is because our first square, we don't want it to be grass. It'll be dirt, because it's like our first square is this one, and then the next one is this one. So what differentiates these 3? They're all the last square in their row. So if square index equals num square or num squares in row minus 1. I think that'll work. Yeah, let's see then. See if we get grass in our other half of the thingy. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that works. Yeah, we just gotta fix this, the position of this bridge. It's off by a little bit. Yeah. So, let's see. How do we want to adjust this bridge position? I want the leftmost corner of this bridge to be kind of flush with this top block. Yeah. So I think I gotta like move it up and to the right a little bit. But I gotta figure why it's not like exactly in the right spot. Yeah. Also, I kind of don't want this to be at like the bridge's position. I kind of want to, like this right side of the staircase, I want to be at like, because this part of the staircase is like 4 blocks wide. This is 4 blocks, and then this is 4 blocks. So I don't want to position this like where the bridge is. I kind of want to do it like 8 blocks or whatever. Yeah, so let me fix this spawning. Yeah. So this should, instead of bridge position X, we'll put this at, let me think. This should be, so we have a width of the bridge and the height of the stairs. So it should be the height of the stairs plus the width of the bridge, number of blocks to the right. Yeah. That way it's always like aligned with the ground. So, yeah, this should be the width of a block, which is frame.width divided by 16 times, yeah, bridge stairs height plus inner wooden bridge length. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, so bridge stairs height plus inner wooden bridge length. Oh yeah, and now it's giving the bug where it's like this math expression is too long to evaluate. Yeah, let me say let initial square x position equal this. Yeah, if I just put them on separate lines, then it'll evaluate faster. Yeah, I think so. That should be fine. Yeah, let's see. Is this still divided can't be used? Oh, I guess just do this. Make that a float. Yeah. Oh, oh, make this a float. Okay, yeah. I think that's good. And, okay. Is that all I wanted to do? I think so. Yeah, that's just changing the x position of the right side of the stairs. Yeah. Also, I never used this variable outside of here. I need to use that for this bridge. Yeah, inner wooden bridge length. So that should define like the width of our bridge. Yeah, I think we just put a 4 here. This needs to be this. Yeah. Oh, I guess we can make this a float. Well, we'll just wrap this in a float. I think that'll make more sense. And I think, yeah, I think that's good, and we'll do the same here. Yeah, actually, we're kind of we already have the size set. We can just say this bridge.size. Make our code slightly shorter. Cool. Now let's see if the stairs are kind of aligned with the ground. Oh. Oh, okay. I think our stairs are in the right spot. They've come to us. They're chasing us. Oh no, the stairs are after us. Alright, let's see, what do we do wrong? Yeah, so the only change we made was like this. Initial square x position plus stair square dot size. I'm tempted to like undo these changes just to see what I changed. Let's see. What did I change? Okay, so that's what I had before. I copied this just to get our code back. Yeah. Let's see. Inner bridge wood length. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I didn't like undo that by accident. Yeah. I think that's okay. Let's see. So, in terms of this stair spawning, yeah, so we're spawning it where the bridge is. We don't want to do that. We want to spawn it. Oh, okay. I think we didn't factor into position.x. I think that was our only mistake. Yeah. So let me kind of redo this, I guess, if I can. Or Control Y, maybe? Oh. Control Shift C. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I'm like... Okay. I think we're good. I just need to change this. This should be let stair square x, or initial x position should be position dot x plus yeah, frame dot width divided by 16 times CG float of, yeah, what did I say? It was like bridge stairs initial height plus inner wooden bridge length. Yeah, and we'll do that instead of this. Hopefully, I think I was just missing this part. Position.x. That's why I was like putting it at the beginning of the game. I wasn't taking into account where the thing should spawn. Yeah, let's see. Oh. I think... Oh, maybe we are missing the length of the bridge. I think our bridge is being consumed by some stairs. Let's see. But it's placing it like aligned with the ground. Like the square is on top of the square, like directly, which is what we want. Yeah, we need to open up our thing for some bridge. Yeah. Let's see. So, let me think. I think we're missing something. Bridge stairs height plus 4, 8. I mean, I feel like the fix would be to like add this again, but I don't know why that would be necessary. Yeah. Let me just see what happens if I add that again. Let me see. So... Oh no, it didn't even change anything. Oh, because it must be 0 then. Oh, that would be our problem. That would be why the bridge isn't showing up either. Because this is evaluating to 0 width. Oh, I see. Okay. So whatever we're passing in is 0. Oh. Yeah. I didn't realize we were making that 0. Okay. Now this should fix both of those problems, I think. Yeah, let's see. Okay, now we have a width. Okay. And now these stairs are like aligned with the ground, which is what we want. Yeah, we just need to fix this bridge position. Yeah, we need to like move it left a little bit, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, it needs to be like exactly touching the end of this block and the start of this block. Yeah. I think something with our offsets is a bit wrong there. Let's see. Where are we setting that? Here's our X position for the bridge. Yeah, we're doing this times 1.25, which is not right. So position dot X plus frame dot width divided by 16 times the height of the stairs minus 1. Yeah, it doesn't... I don't know. That seems a bit weird. Let me think. So position dot X plus frame dot width divided by 16 times... It should be like times 4. Yeah, that should be 4. Which should be... Yeah, like bridge stairs height. Yeah, and then I don't know why we're adding this offset. Oh, because it's placing it based on the middle of the bridge. Okay. Well, shouldn't it be like minus that then? Let me think. Well, let's just see. Let's see where it puts it. Yeah. See, where are you, bridge? Yeah, okay. I think it should be like minus that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Minus this. I feel like that's too much though. Too much minus. Let's see. Oh yeah, that is too much minus. Yeah. Also, there's like a weird like... Oh, I thought there was a shadow there. It was just the notch of the phone. Yeah, now we're trapped under where the bridge should be. Where the grumpy old Yippee under the bridge. Oh yeah, let's fix this bridge location. Let's see. So our mistake is here. This is not the right thing to subtract. What if we... I'm tempted to just do like divided by 4. Yeah, I don't know if that's the right approach though. It's like position dot X times like... What's this? Like times 4 blocks. It's like wherever we're placing the bridge plus 4 blocks, which is like... in this case it would be like 3. And then since it places it based on like the halfway point on the bridge, I figured I would like subtract half of the bridge's width. But yeah, what if I subtract 1/4 of its width? Maybe it's doing some really, really weird stuff. Let's see. So, oh, yeah, you see now it's like, it's placing it right in the middle of the bridge. So shouldn't like halfway work? I think halfway should work. And if that doesn't work, I think it's maybe the actual image has some like transparent pixels that I didn't take out. Which could explain it. Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, this is unexpected. Unexpected outcome, indeed. What could be causing our bridge to be misaligned? Bridge size width. divided by 2. And our bridge width is this. It's like 4 blocks long. So, yeah, this is interesting. I feel like maybe it's not position.x we need. Yeah, okay. I feel like that's the easiest route to go. Let's think. Yeah. So, okay. I feel like that's right though. It was more accurate when we did like plus. Like here. Or where was that? Like here. We did like a plus here. It seemed more accurate that way. But to me, that does not make a whole lot of sense. Yeah. The big conundrum in the developer world. Why does this thing work? Yeah. That should not be happening. And even when I divide by 4, it's like not quite right. Yeah, let's see. So, let me test this theory of slight adjustments to our bridge position. Yeah, now it's like too much. It's like in between 2 and 3. Or 2 and 4, which would be 3. That's... like, that doesn't add up. Like, everything should be kind of divisible by 2. And when you're dividing by 3, it becomes like... then you're kind of like eyeballing it. And I don't want to eyeball it, because eventually I want this app to like support all the phone sizes, like iPad and iPhone. So if I'm just like eyeballing it, then it's not... like, that won't work on other phone sizes. Yeah. I might have to come back to this bridge position, but like, for the most part, this is... like, the stairs on the right and the left are placed where I expect them to be. Like, very flush with, like, the ground. Like, it's like 3 squares high on here, which is good. I'll just put, like, a mark here, because I'm not quite sure what's causing this. To do fix bridge X position. Yeah, I'll just like I'll put a big arrow to it so I know. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, and I'm planning on fixing the bug with like the weird gap in the ground later too. I guess also with the physics too, where I can like pass through stuff. But yeah, there's like a gap with this ground because if I move left. Yeah, we'll fix that later. Yeah. I think there was something else I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, I remember. I wanted to change the background. Yes, I created a new background actually. And it's wider than this. It's because like the current background is only as wide as the screen is. So like it wraps around very often, which kind of like takes away the illusion of it being like an infinite game. But yeah, I want the background to be using this new background that I created. Yeah, I call this one BG Kingdom. I wanna load this, but there'll be some issues loading it because my current background is just the width of the screen. But this background I think is like the width of several screens. I'm not actually sure how wide it is. Let me check. I have it on my on my desktop. I'm on my laptop right now. But I think I set it to, let's see. Okay, this background is 4,601 pixels wide, which is how many iPhone, whatever, 12 wide. It's like 1, 3, 3, 4, so it's like 3.44 times the width of the screen. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to render this though. If I should do like the math calculation for it or something else. Anyway, let's just see what this looks like if I just change this to BG Kingdom. And then, what else do I need to change? I think the wrapping. Yeah, because right now I wrap the background after you travel like the length of the screen. Yeah, I do that here. So let me just like comment this code out for now. Maybe I'll put like a to-do add this back in another if statement. Yeah. I think the background will be kind of weird. Let's see. Yeah, it's like it moved down a little bit. Yeah, I updated the background to be a bit longer. Yeah, no, we're not wrapping it anymore, so that's why it's like it's black here. Yeah, we've got an updated background. It's a bit wider. So hopefully it kind of gives a better illusion that the game is bigger than it actually is. Yeah. And I'll be honest out front, I'm not I'm no artist, so I did a little bit of the artificial intelligence to make this image. But yeah, that's because I'm cheap. I am a cheap boy. Anyhow, yeah, I did that with the ground too. I did that with actually everything, except the Yippee. That I took off of the Gulugulus because Yippee's already a thing. But yeah. Oh, and the buttons. I made the buttons. Except this little, the Archie, like the bow and the sword on the button. That's AI too. My little secret. Anyhow. Yeah, we gotta figure out how to like wrap this background in the right spot, because I don't even know where this is ending. This is like, it's ending in a completely random exposition, because we're not even really adjusting the width all that much. Yeah, because I want it to match like the start screen. So let me run this in the simulator and show kind of like what I want it to look like. Here is simulator. So yeah, right now like the background, you see like the castle's like on the left and the right. But then when I start the game, it's like not exactly right. Like the sun is kind of below and it's kind of zoomed out. I want it to still look the same as the start screen. So yeah, I gotta figure out how to like zoom it in right and then wrap it around. Yeah. So I think I know how to do the wrapping. I think I know how to do this. I just need to wrap it once we hit like the width of the background. Yeah. Let me work on the wrapping first and then maybe think about the zoom aspect. Yeah. So the wrapping we need to update this variable here. So we'll still have this create background, but instead of frame.width divided by 2, I think we'll say yeah, whatever, like this is self.size, so yeah, let me think about this one. Let's just say self.size.width. see what this does. See if we can wrap it appropriately. Yeah, let's see. We'll rerun this. Now, hopefully it does some wrapping. Oh, it does wrap. Like there's two suns now. But it's wrapping too early. Yeah. Yeah, it's wrapping before the image is finished. Yeah, that's why there's, you can see this kind of like distortion here. Yeah, it's wrapping too early. So we need to get the actual size of the background, which I thought would be this, but I don't think it is. I think we're modifying this size. Yeah, we are actually. I think I remember. So yeah, we're modifying the size here. We're doing this aspect fill to size function. This is an extension I made to kind of make the aspect ratio of it fine. Oh yeah, also this is, I just need to build this again. Yeah. Clean build. Yeah, sometimes it does weird stuff. But yeah, it's modifying the size, so we gotta like wrap it. Like once the background is finished, we gotta wrap another background, like add another background after it, so it like keeps the same wrapping of the background. Yeah. So we need the width of the background, this variable for that. How do we get that? Let's think. How do we get this width? We could return it somewhere, but we can't really, because it's called in the update function first. Yeah, let me think about this one. Yeah, because we need to call this function and then get the updated size of this. I guess. And where is this coming from? Background, aspect fill to size. It's using ratios, which is using the texture size. Okay. And it's an extension on SK Sprite node. Okay. Maybe I could... Let me think. So this is not returning anything. I could make it return the background node and then get the width that way. I don't know, that would be kind of weird because everything else doesn't return. I need to figure out how to do this calculation without the need of a node. Let's see. What can I do? I can like somehow copy this code and just pass in background texture here. Yeah, like I can do this. Maybe I can create another extension or another like just helper function and say like get aspect fill to size texture size or something. Yeah, that would be pretty weird, but we could try it. It's worth a shot. At least just for testing. It's always worth to do weird things for testing and then make it look pretty later. It's a good philosophy, I think. Yeah. Let's do that. So let's just do the thing. Yeah, so instead of this, we'll just say texture, SK texture. Yeah, I think so. And instead of self.texture, we'll say just texture. And then, oh, okay, so this is self.size equals texture.size. Do we need this? I don't think so. Yeah. And then, okay, self.setScale. Oh, okay. I think we do need a node here. In that case, I don't think we can really do this way. I just need an update, a way to get like the background updated. I don't think we can do this code here. Let me think. I was gonna store the background in an array because eventually I wanted to like delete the backgrounds if we're like moving left or right. Yeah, I can do that now and then reference the background width that way. So I'll say backgrounds Q is sk sprite node, and I'll create an array of sk sprite node, and we shall add our backgrounds to this backgrounds queue, which we do here. We'll say append background, and now here's what we'll do. In our update function, we'll say yeah, actually, okay. So we call it create background at the beginning. Yeah, okay. So, okay, this should be fine, actually. So, okay, and we'll say this. Backgrounds queue. Actually, no, we don't change this. We change, where was it? Here. So instead of self.size.width, we'll say, whatchamacallit, backgrounds queue 0.size.width. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully, I think this might work better. And wrap our background appropriately. Let's see. Still zoomed out, but oh no, even still, it's early. What if we go again? It's wrapping it too early, I think. So, what have we got going on here? This is evaluating to something most unexpected. Let's see. What is our background width then? Let's print it. Print this thing. What have we got going on here? Yeah, because I think this is too small. This is not what we expect. So, okay, this is 2041. Yeah, that's less than what we expect. It should be like 8,000. Okay. Yeah, so why is our width smaller than what it should be? Okay. I guess we can't rely on this then. Let me think. Oh, maybe it's because it's the width times the scale ratio. So it's like, yeah. Okay, because I set scale to this scale ratio. What is this scale anyway? It's like multiplying x and y scale by this scale ratio. Okay. So maybe I just need to care about the x scale. So maybe I should make the width times our X scale. Yeah, let's see. So times background q.0 dot X scale. And we can print out the X scale too. Yeah, dot X scale. And we'll put that here too. Let's see. Let's see if that solves our thingy. Oh no, still. Oh, this is only printing parentheses. Oh no, our X scale is 0.94. Oh, I see. So it's shrinking it even. Interesting. Most intriguing. I wonder. That's not really what I expected. I'll put a to-do here then. Yeah, fix background wrapping spawning and shrinking of, or like zooming out of background. Because we kind of got two bugs with our background. We've got it like it's zooming out too much, and it's wrapping too early. Yeah. But yeah, I think we've got some good stuff going for sure. But I think there I may want to call it. Yeah, I think I'll probably fix these bugs maybe off stream, because yeah, some of these bugs can be a bit tedious. But I think we'll come back and we'll get some good features going. Yeah. So I think what we've gotten done in this stream, so we've got this bridge structure going, which is nice. Also earlier on I did some like I replaced this ground. There used to be one long ground texture, and I replaced it with all these squares at the bottom. And I also made it so that it reuses the squares. Like as you go right, it pulls squares from the left and adds them to the right. So that way we're like reusing squares and not like creating too many squares, because it was lagging before. But yeah, I think we did some good stuff. But yeah, we'll come back and we'll add some more structures, and then yeah, hopefully I can fix this background stuff. It'll look nice and pretty. And then once I fix, we'll add even more structures. I want to add some more like large dirt structures, and then we'll work on some enemy spawning. So right now we just have this one little dude over here, but we'll make a bunch of them, and we'll give them their own swords and stuff, and make them different colors too. Like with different colors, they have different health and attack points. Yeah, that should be pretty good. But that'll be after we finish all these structures. So, but it should be good. But yeah, I think with that I will indeed go ahead and wrap it up. So yeah, we'll transition out for now. Yeah, thanks for watching this rendition of part 7 actually of building our Yippee mobile game. We've got some nice textures and structures and things going, and made a little bridgey thing and little squares on the ground. It's pretty good. We've got some good stuff going. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 8 Pacific, wherever you are. What's that, like 11 Eastern, I don't know, something like that, PM. But yeah, should be good. Yeah, I guess, I kind of want to raid somebody. Who should we raid? I'll raid. Yeah, see you later, Shu. Hope you enjoyed. Was a good stream. Let me see who to go to. Let's go to Bao. She got a new outfit reveal. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. Yeah, I like making apps, so that's why I do it. I enjoy it too. Lots of learning. It's very, very good. Well, let's go see what Bao's doing. 'Cause she got a new like 2.0 model. Looks pretty cool. Let's check him out. So, oh, I'm not even allowed to raid. Maybe. Okay, I guess no raid then. Well, I'll just catch you back tomorrow then. Yep. Alrighty then. Take care. Have a nice weekend. And see you on the flip side. Bye.